People oftentimes wonder why our natural resources are in such a state of disrepair. When people have no concern for the environment, it's really no surprise. Let me tell you what I found today. My husband and I own about a half a mile of road frontage on 242 between Machias and Ellicottville. And if you're local to Western New York, or you've ever traveled to this area, you may be familiar with Ellicottville as more of a ski resort town. Well, every year I know that there is always trash that needs to be cleaned up as we are preparing to put our animals out on this pasture. I feel like this year is excessive. Now, maybe it's not just isolated to my area where we are located. I know that many people go to Ellicottville to have a good time, and a lot of the things that I'm finding are beer cans, but it's a very rural area. We don't really have neighbors. And the big road, 242, is right here. That's the guardrail. It's literally right up next to the road. A couple of weeks ago, I went out here for a walk with the kids when the weather was nice, and I noticed that there was a lot of trash, like to the point where it looked like somebody had massive bags that they had either tossed out of their vehicle or that had flown out of their vehicle. And I knew that I needed one garbage bag when I came out here. My mistake was not grabbing more than one, because it didn't take very long. We literally started, the cows are here, so it was on just past where the cows are, from there to where I am right now, and I have filled up one entire garbage bag. I should have brought the 55-gallon drum garbage bags. I think this one's like the 30-some gallon that is standard for a kitchen. But this is embarrassing, and we wonder why our natural resources are in such a state of disrepair here. This bag is full of crap. And not only is this bag full of crap, we also have a swamp that is right here. It's under a wetland easement, and obviously there are a lot of wildlife that inhabit this area. Bald eagles, in addition to all other sorts of things. We saw 2 red-tailed hawks when we first came out here, and there's a lot of fish in these waters along 242. And this creek, this runoff right here, they logged up on the other side of the road within the last 2 years, and there is an excessive amount of runoff there because they literally went in and clear cut everything that was over a certain number of inches. It might have been 12 or 14 inches. So we have an excessive amount of runoff. We also have an excessive amount of trash. Now, I've only made it through a fraction of our property. Some of these bottles do have deposits on them, so I will be able to recoup something for my time. But this is really disgusting, in the fact that people litter like this. Some people never got their butts whooped for throwing trash out of their vehicle, and it definitely shows. And obviously the reason that I'm doing this disgusting, awful, horrible job is because I have cows and sheep that will come out on this pasture. And if I don't clean it up and they consume aluminum, they could very likely get hardware. Yes, you can give cows magnets to prevent hardware, but guess what doesn't stick to magnets? Aluminum cans. Hardware can cause very painful deaths and peritonitis and all of the horrible things you don't want as a livestock owner. But if you are one of these a-holes that are tossing aluminum cans outside of their vehicle, could you be a little bit more considerate?